Of the month, so we have an affirming minute for you this morning, and this begins with about a 3-minute video.
I always tell my grandchildren that they're going to be the real beneficiaries of the Truth Reconciliation Commission, because there was no such things for me, no such things for even my daughters who were born in the late 70s and early 80s. Hopefully it's a new world that is starting where people appreciate the contributions of the First Peoples.
There's no way to reconcile the past without having justice in the present.
Reconciliation means clean water and good schools on reserves.
It means healthy, affordable food for people in the North.
It means safety for Indigenous women wherever they go in Canada.
It means Indigenous peoples determining their own futures.
Every Canadian needs to know about the legacy of residential schools, the history of colonization, but also about the gifts and strengths of Indigenous communities in Canada today.
Every Canadian should know whose traditional territory they live on, what treaties cover the area, the languages, traditions, what's happening there today.
It's about living respectfully as a settler or a newcomer, as a guest.
Our partners in Africa, Asia, and Latin America understand the challenge of reconciliation. They've faced their own painful histories of colonization and conflict.
Our global partners are offering us solidarity in this moment, and that's what we need.
For me, reconciliation is something I work at every day.
For me, it's a commitment to change attitudes and behaviors.
We need to work at this together as a nation, committed, respectfully walking towards right relations.
We should always ask, does this proposed policy or action lead us away from or towards reconciliation?
Reconciliation has to be felt in Indigenous communities.
And we're not there yet.
There is still racism, injustices, inequities. There are still suicides.
A better future for all of us depends on reconciliation being felt in every Indigenous community in Canada.
We have nothing to fear if we take the initiative and make the effort to right our relationships, because there's goodness in everyone and there's misunderstanding, but that if we are afraid, then we're allowing that part of ourselves to hold us back. We need to let go of those fears and move forward, looking at how can we live in this land together, honoring each other, respecting the rights of each one.
Good morning. My name is Kit Loewen, and I'm a member of the Affirming Action Group. And I know that many of you will recall that reconciliation is a theme and a priority for the work that we do as a committee with you as part of the St. Martin's community. Excuse me. One thing that we want to do is to bring opportunities to the congregation for engaging in what reconciliation means to you as an individual and to us as a community collectively. One such opportunity was the recent blanket exercise that several of you participated in, which I think for all of us was a very evocative and emotional and a profound learning experience. So we look forward to bringing to your attention in the future other ways in which you can walk along that path of reconciliation. I wanted to do a little word study about reconciliation, and so I consulted my in-house Latin tutor to help parse out where the word reconciliation finds its origins. It has Latin origins and has the prefix re, which most of us are familiar with, being either again or back. And then the core of the word reconciliation comes from conciliare. It's pretty impressive, huh? which means to bring together. So if you put the prefix and conciliary together, you have to bring back together, which I thought was a helpful understanding about reconciliation. But the fun doesn't stop there. I also learned that in the translation from Greek to the King James Version, where reconciliation appears in the King James Version, excuse me. If you go back to the Greek, one of the Greek words that it's translated from is katalasso. I have no in-house Greek scholar, which is rather unfortunate, but the internet tells me, and so it must be true, that katalasso means, or comes across as one of two meanings. One is to change thoroughly, and the second, a thorough change. And in the video, you heard people talk about what reconciliation meant for them as individuals. Well, for me, this Greek origin holds much meaning. To be changed thoroughly is what reconciliation means for me. So thank you, and stay tuned for other opportunities for you to experience and learn more about reconciliation as a community.